All right, welcome back into Market Day Report. This is going to be the last time we get together here for today, folks. It's been a great day, a lot of green on the screen. So you're going to have to watch the Cow Guy close. We'll have something to say about a lot of other things happening around our, say, trading ecosystem. But that's going to be top of the hour, 1 Central, 2 Eastern. I want to see you there, right? We've got 3 great guests. And again, I had 3 days to think about what we were going to talk about. So hopefully it should be pretty good. I want to see you tune us in. But if you miss it for some reason, you can't be there, well, we're going to put it on the radio late afternoon, early evening, so 5 Central, 6 Eastern. And that's going to be on Rural Radio, Sirius XM Channel 147. And if for some reason you missed that one, well, we're going to give you one more chance, but it's in the middle of the night, so maybe you catch us on your way home from having some fun. But that'll be 2 a.m. Central, 3 a.m. Eastern. And again, that would be Rural Radio, Sirius XM Channel 147. So we give you 2 places to watch us or see us or listen to us, 1 place to watch, and that's going to be at the top of this hour. Again, 1 Central, 2 Eastern. And that's going to be in 16 minutes from right now. All right, let's get into these markets and see how things are shaping up. Let's move on into corn. It's been a good day. We're up about 8 cents all day today. We've kind of backed off here, got a little bit going into the close. And we got a D-Sport up 6.5 cents to 407.5. And as you can see, that's 2.5 cents off the high of the day. And we had about an 11.5 cent range. So that's pretty good going for corn. March is up 6.5 cents, 425.5. And that's about 2.25 cents off the high there as well. So hanging on to some decent gains. That's corn. All right, moving over to see what we've got going on in the beans. Well, we got Nove up 14.5 cents, 1014.5 is last, but look at this. It's 14.5 cents better, but 10 cents off the high. All right, we like that, right? We've been better, so we've settled back in. We've lost about 10 cents from being up around that 1024.5 level. That's Nove, but right now, 1014.5 is last. Jan's up 14.75 cents to 1031.75, and that too is 10 cents off the high of the day. We were up about 25 cents in beans earlier today. Let's move out to see what Chicago wheat's got. And that December's up 13.25 cents to 564.75. 2.5 cents off the high of the day. And look at that range. We got a decent range of about 23 cents. Moving out to the March wheat in Chicago, 12.25 cents better there. 584.5 is last. 2.25 cents off the high of the day. That's March Chicago wheat. Moving over to the hard red in Kansas City. Let's go there. Look at this D-Sport. It's up 9.75 cents to 575. 3.75 cents off the high of the day. And that's a 22 cent range-ish. 22.5, I guess, would that be exact. So that's pretty good going. Hard red wheat, Kansas City's up 9.5 cents. 574.75 is last. And we're about 4 cents off the high of a 23 cent range. All right, March is up a dime. 587.75 is last. And again, that too is 4.25 cents off the high of the day there. That's hard red in Kansas City. Let's go to the spring wheat in Minneapolis. That one's up about a nickel here. We've got Dees up 5.5 cents to 606 even. 2.75 cents off the high of the day there. March is up 6 cents to 627.75. And again, that's 2.5 cents off the high of a 15.25 cent range. All right, that's spring wheat. Moving out to the cotton. We've been higher there. We've just kind of slowly but surely drifted back lower here today, but we're still up 83 points in Dees. 70.82 is last in Dees cotton. All right, let's bring in our last guest analyst for the day. He's back in cleanup for us. It's going to be Mr. Ted Seifried, Zaner MarketCast. Ted, thanks for coming on. I don't get a lot of news sitting out here, so I'm going to guess. I haven't seen anything significant. Maybe there has been, but we got some shorts running for the door, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, you had the weekly reversal higher in corn, wheat, and soybeans last week. So, you know, you could say this is some technical follow-through buying, some short covering coming from the funds maybe. You have some weather concerns about, some dryness and how that's going to finish out the soybean pod fill and filling kernels for the corn. And you have sort of a lack of producer selling happening now that the September contract in corn has gotten to first notice day. Those contracts had to either get priced or rolled. That's all happened now. So the thought is that guys won't really be selling anything until we get to harvest. Now, I don't know if I agree with that. And I don't know if any of those things are the reason why we're up today. I certainly did hear some possibilities of China buying soybeans. That always happens when we have higher days. But the one news story that I think caught my attention a little bit was China retaliating on Canada for their EV tariffs by putting an anti-dumping probe on Canadian canola. So the thought process there is that might bring more business over to us for soybeans. So, okay, but the problem with that, Scott, is that compared to this time last year, which, by the way, happy new marketing year. We're now into the 24-25 marketing year that started September 1st. But as of right now, we are still well behind where we need to be on soybean sales compared to where we were last year. Last year was a very slow year of our soybean export program. So we really need to see China come in and buy more. It's nice to see some of these flash sales. We saw one again this morning, but we need a lot more in order to even catch up to where we were last year. And the USDA is looking for 150 million bushel increase year over year. So, look, it's great to see the green on the board, but if this is export related, I think it's a little early to have this party.
Yeah, then maybe we have to have these producers maybe meet this with some selling here because this might be a good opportunity. Stay there, though. We need to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more. Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge. He's our cleanup hitter today. We're going to come back and talk livestock right after this. All right, welcome back. Let's talk about some livestock, right? That's what you're all tuned in for. It's the last time we're going to get together on this one today, so let's make sure we get it right. Let's go to lean hogs, live cattle. Live cattle is going to be the one I want to see. October up 57 cents. 179.17 last, not bad, right? Or we're up $1.12 and D's right behind it to 178.70, which is about what, 70? I'm going to call that 55 cents off the high of the day. So not bad. We've settled in and we hung around this level all day today. Considering what's going on in the equities, I suppose we should take it, right? Feeder cattle, what's got that one going? Well, we've got some green on the screen there too. October's up $1.37 at 239.12. Basically just over a buck and one tick off the high of the day. $1.27 higher in the Nove to 236.52 there. Finally, let's go to the lean hogs. What's got that market going? A little bit of an up arrow there, 17 cents better. 82.40 is last in the October, which is 50 cents off the high of the day. And then Feb's up 80 cents there to 76.17. Let's bring it back in. It's Mr. Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge. Ted, thanks for sticking around. All right. Anything come to mind or jump off the paper at you when we talk about those livestock prices?
I mean, you said it, Scott. I think you got to take the strength for what it's worth. It's that's not a bad thing, considering that, like you said, the equities markets. You got the S&P down 90 points. You've got the Dow down 400. Oh boy, that's generally the recipe or a reason why cattle maybe should be down, but we're not, and that's good to see. I'm also going to say that we've just gotten past the Labor Day holiday weekend, which is our second biggest weekend of the year as far as grilling demand. And now we've moved past that. So to see some strength here is really nice. And don't look now. You might see the November feeder cattle close above the 20-day moving average for the first time since early August. So it's almost a month ago. So you have some real type recovery kind of coming together on these cattle, on the cattle complex charts. Now, whether that'll be lasting or not, I think a lot of that has to do with what's going to happen for the rest of the week for the equities. I mean, if this is the beginning of a bigger correction in the equities market, I think it'll be very difficult for cattle to hold on to strength throughout the end of the week. But at least for today, it's really nice to see the green, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, it's the beginning of the nervous season for equities, so it's good to see that the cattle aren't as nervous. So I suppose that's where we're going to hang our hat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Ted. Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge, comes to us from Chicago. I'll bring it back home and give it over to Suzanne just one more time.
One last time. Cow Guy Close, of course, coming up at the top of the hour. We're going to go into depth on this, and I'm sure a lot more.
Absolutely.
Of course, that tea's coming up, too.